Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. It's to slay in my world, and I hope everyone is feeling good. I hope that you're going to be moving your body. If you haven't moved your body, I'll get to what I did today so that way you can have a little bit of inspiration, maybe a little motivation to get you moving because moving is medicine. Okay. Now, this show, all right, is here to get you kick-started for the week to really ignite your success, empower your mindset, and elevate whatever it is that you are doing. This is the Rise and Slay Morning Show. I am Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of A Slay to Success, where I advise and empower women professionals, especially women veterans, to step into their most authentic personal brand to gain lucrative opportunities, unstoppable confidence, and to show up in the best, most authentic self. Okay. Um, it's all started from the word slay. Slay means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym which stands for Universal Life and Leadership Philosophies that really resonated with me the most. And those are stay ready to be ready, lead out loud, a sense of community, a sense of family, and knowing you are built to last. I'm a professional keynote speaker, a personal brand expert, a certified image consultant, and a United States Air Force veteran of 30 years. And today, y'all, marks 3 years since I retired from United States Air Force. Huh? And so I'm excited for this conversation that we're going to have this morning. If you are here, welcome in to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. Let us know who you are and where you're streaming in from, because you know what? I love to give shout outs, and I love when I have people who are with me who show up live, because this is live. And I know folks go back and they're watching the replay because you know what? We all got a lot going on. Some of us are working 9 to 5. Some of us are dropping the kids off. Some of us are in our own businesses and got networking or, appointments they have to go to. So I understand, but you can always come back here to my Facebook page or to LinkedIn Live or on my YouTube, okay, and binge watch, okay, because I got a lot going on. So, y'all, I specifically created this talk show to talk about personal branding because I'm a personal brand expert. All right. I can brand you all day long. I am in branding mode. You can see everything is kind of, the color scheme, the way that I communicate, the way that I show up online. It's all in alignment. All right. And so I do have 2 books. This is one book that I have written. It's a guidebook, if you will. And it's called Elevate Your Image Personal Brand Strategies. And this is for anyone to read. All right. This isn't for just women and it's just not for men. It's for anyone, okay, whatever you identify with. And it just talks specifically about the basics of personal branding, okay? And you can find it on Amazon. Also, I wrote another book, and it is specifically for women over the age of 40. Why? Because sometimes when we get to this point in our life, we feel invisible. We feel like we're misunderstood. We feel like that life has stopped and we don't know where to go from there. Well, here is a book specifically for, again, women over 40 about owning your power and how to gain opportunities using your personal brand. These are personal brand strategies, okay? Just for women. So I am your expert. All right. So today, y'all, I just want to talk a little bit about your personal best in life and in branding and how this correlates. And this came from a couple of days ago. So, as most of you know, I am a fitness enthusiast. I work out almost every day. I would say I work out every day, y'all. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I love to move my body. There's a lot of benefits from it that I have seen. Yes, I'm 52 years old. But when I started out on my fitness journey, I was in the military. Well, it was before that. I was in track, y'all, when I was in high school, but I only did shot put and discus events. I didn't do a lot of running because at that time I was overweight. when I lost weight, went into the military, I fell in love with working out. Specifically, I started out with home workout videos, and then it went into running, and now I'm run, spin, lift weights. I've also taught group fitness aerobics for a very long time. Anywho, I am 52, like I said, and so I have been working on my endurance level. And last year, my husband, he says, "Hey, this treadmill that we've had it for a long time. Let's replace it." So we ended up getting the Peloton treadmill, the best investment as far as an exercise piece of equipment that we have invested in so far. And I did a running workout. It was a 20-minute high intensity running workout. Now, I have to warm up about 10 to 15 minutes before I get into the workout, y'all, because guess what? I am older, things have shifted, got to get my mind and my body right. So, anywho, I got through that workout, and at the very end, I noticed that there was a gold star, and I didn't understand what this gold star meant. It's, you get these badges. So I clicked on the star and it said the personal best output. Again, I have never seen that before. I have worked out almost my whole adult life, and I've had that treadmill for over a year and never seen that. And so I started to really think about myself and how this happened. And so I started to get really deep. Okay. Y'all, I do a lot of deep thinking. I don't know about you. And so I started to realize that even in the moments when you're doing something, you don't see the progress right away. You're just continually showing up and doing what you do. And then all of a sudden, you get a gold star, if you will. And it's just a mirrored of life. And I just wanted to speak about what that really all means in your life and in your branding. So if you're up to it, um, we'll be here for a short period of time, but I do want to just encourage anyone who's in the trenches right now, anyone who is a business owner, anyone who's in a career and you're looking for a promotion or advancement. This applies to anyone because this is talking about real life stuff. Okay. We're all running our own race. Sometimes we see each other ahead of us, we see people behind us, but the real competition is really within ourselves. I know sometimes people want to compare where everyone else is at compared to where you're at, and then you start to feel saddened, frustrated, upset. But I want you to know that you're competing against you and only you. And it's really about striving to be your own personal best. Okay, not chasing perfection. All right, I've been there, okay, where I again served for 30 years into a very highly conformed system where I needed, I thought, to be perfect on everything. All right, and this is not an overnight success. But personal branding and giving your personal best, is showing up with consistency and intentional effort. So there were days, and there's still days, y'all, that I don't want to get on that treadmill or the spin bike or lift weights. Our gym is downstairs. I have to do is to get downstairs. And in between waking up and getting downstairs, I probably talked myself out of going and doing a workout at least 10 times. At least 10 times. Hey, I could do it tomorrow. Hey, I need to rest. You know what? You're waking up early. You need to like sleep in a little bit longer. I mean, there are so many excuses that we can come up with, and I can come up with them easily. And there have been, like kind of like this pull, like, come on. But once I get down there in the gym and then I get on the treadmill, something clicks. Okay. So all the fatigue, the deadlines, the self-doubt, that all kinds of it disappears because I'm like, I actually made it here. I did not give up on myself. I didn't talk myself out of it. I know the benefits of working out, such as mental clarity, mobility, the benefits of boosting your immune system. My goals is one of them is to stay out of the hospitals and the clinics, okay, as much as possible, and to be able to really feel good, all right, in the body that I have. So this is not about for me at this point in my life losing weight or, getting into these skinny jeans, all right? That it's not even about that. It is about really feeling my best and giving my best because I know success doesn't come from only showing up on the good days. It comes on the bad days, the most difficult days. And so we all have life. Life is happening for all of us, things personally and professionally. And I have been there in my career, my military career. There were days where I just wanted to throw in the towel. There were days that I wanted to retire earlier than when I did, but I just said, you know what? I got to keep going. And this is the same truth about personal branding. So I have several clients that I'm working with right now, and they're starting out on their journey. And one of the things that I share with them is that there are days where you just don't want to do the work as far as making a name for yourself, growing your business, understanding that it is a tool and that you can use it to successfully grow and to not only grow from a professional or business standpoint, but from a personal standpoint. And so our personal brand is a reflection of our ongoing commitment to who we are, even on the hardest days. Okay. So, as your personal brand expert, we often crave the big wins. Okay. We we say to ourselves, because I have said this to myself, y'all, look at me. I've arrived. All right. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. No, 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 no. Okay. And so I have to dial it on back and tell myself these moments that I am getting these small wins, it's really about showing up when no one is looking. All right. You have not arrived. All right. You have not gotten to the point where you want to be just yet. You're on your way and you may not even get there really, because it is a journey. All right. Life is a journey. When I'm on my treadmill, it is a journey. This morning, I did a hike, a 45-minute hike. I ran a little bit before, I ran a mile just to warm up, y'all. And then I got on that hiking workout and I was like, this is a journey. Because I'm like, is this ever going to end? It was hard. It was difficult, but I managed to stick with it. So every time we walk into a room, y'all, we post online or we're engaging in a new opportunity, we're building something. You may think, again, there's no progress. I don't see anything physically happening in front of me. But believe me, things are happening in the background. You're really laying the foundation for that personal best moment. You really are. And so I'm encouraging you to keep going. All right. So that Peloton achievement, that gold star that came up on the screen, it was symbolic of the work that I was building. Okay. I, again, I pushed myself and I continue to push myself. And I ask myself, is this it? Can I do more? And then I decide, yeah, I can do more. And so I do, even if it's for a short period of time. And that is really about what I want to talk about this morning. Um, so it's not about perfection again, like I said, it's about progress. Every small intentional effort is one step closer to your next personal best. Again, it's all about putting one foot in front of the next. and not giving up. And that's the real power of doing the personal best, not only in your life, but in personal branding. As again, personal branding for me is my area of expertise. And so, what does it take? Number one, all right, we have to show up consistently, even when no one else is showing up. I've had many of these shows, again, because I have this show here on Tuesday mornings at 10, unless I push it on another day because, again, my schedule and life is happening and so forth and so on. And I have the Slay to Success talk show on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know that I have to show up even when no one else is. I just go live, I just hear talking. And if I talk to myself, fine. All right. But my spirit will know if I didn't show up. So it's not about the grand gesture. It's about the small, deliberate actions you take day after day. Think of it like this. Okay. When I don't work out, it derails me. I'm off track. I feel like, oh, I should have been doing something. And I don't feel like I accomplished what I needed to. And it's more, again, for me at this point in my life, it's about more of the mental. I need to make sure that I have mental clarity. I'm also gaining confidence to do some of the things that I have done since I retired. Transitioning out of the military after serving for 3 decades is no easy task. And it does require a little bit more effort and energy to combat the thoughts that sometimes roll in my head about, okay, well, you were at a certain point in your career, like, and you're not really at that point in your business. What are you doing, kind of thing. So, um, even when I don't feel like I show up, and that's the same with personal branding. All right, you have to be consistent. You have to consistently put yourself out there. You have to stay visible. You have to stay engaged with your audience, and you have to refine your message over time. I have refined over and over again. I pivoted. Y'all know I started out as a leadership consultant. Um, so many people that are in that space. What differentiates me from the rest of the pack, if you will, is that I understand personal branding. I am the walking, talking billboard of personal branding. I was doing a lot of these things when I was still in the military to really make a name for myself. And now I'm allowing the business, all right, to be able to take on a whole new legacy. All right. And I am helping and inspiring other women. And here recently, I've got a male client as well, y'all. It was like, wow, this really resonates with everyone. Right. And so I may be pivoting again. So you just have to be able to show up every day, even when it's tough. You have to build discipline and resilience. And this consistent effort, it's like a compound effect over time, and it's going to lead to a long term success. Okay. So if you are, again, having a little bit of I don't even know, like a little dip, if you will, and I don't know, I don't see anything happening, just keep showing up. All right. Even when you don't feel like it, show up. Next, I would say this, and I think I've shared this over and over again, but again, it's worth sharing here again, is to own your story. Okay. No one else has lived your path or walked your life. All right. No one. You are your own blueprint. This is a superpower, okay? In our world where everyone is trying to stand out, what sets us apart is our authentic story. Not embellished, not, going over the top, not making stuff up. All right? What has really been happening for us? How did you get to where you're at? Sharing the pieces of stories that are relevant to the people that are around you. And so when you embrace your personal narrative, including all the struggles, the victories, and the lessons, you give others something real to connect with. Okay. People want to be connected to a human being, not to a robot. So if you are looking to build your personal brand, all right, people aren't just buying into your skills or services, they are buying into you. And that is the person behind the brand. Okay. So in our lives, owning our story means being proud of where we came from. I am a military brat, if you will. So, what they say, affectionately call you that, right? My dad served in the Air Force for 23 years. We traveled all over, all right? When it was time for him to retire, he decided to stay at the base that he was stationed at, in the Grissom Air Force Base in Indiana. My mom is originally from Indiana, so they decided to stay in Kokomo, Indiana. Kokomo, Indiana, at the time was about 50,000 people. It was a very small town. I went to a predominantly white school, Northwestern High School. In fact, I was the only Black girl that in my graduating class. All right. And it wasn't very big at all. So there was many challenges that I went through prior to going into the military. And at the age of 18, I decided, yeah, my life is not, I don't know what's going on here in Kokomo, but I don't see it going upwards anytime soon. So my friend at the time, my girlfriend, who ended up being my matron of honor in our wedding, she said, "Hey, let's go into the military." And I was like, "Okay." So she said, "They got a buddy program." Okay. So there we were at the recruiter's office. Now, mind you, my dad was a recruiter in Kokomo, Indiana for several years prior to him retiring. So I didn't tell him. I came home, signed the paperwork, ended up going in the Air Force. My girlfriend ended up going into the Army, came home, put it onto the table, and I had the contract. And the story went into the military and so forth and so on. But I'm able to share my unique story with audiences and be able to connect to people because we can talk about the emotions, we can talk about the fear, we can talk about some of the places that we've been to and what we were able to accomplish. And it's not even about none of what I did has been perfect. I'll tell you, even this starting this business, Slate to Success, y'all can see different things happening behind the scenes that I didn't do very well at, and I had to relearn a lot of things. And I still am learning every single day because I don't know everything. So the challenges that we've overcome is what makes us stronger every single day. And they're worth celebrating. I celebrate even the small wins because it's easy to get like, I don't know, like it's easy to just say, you know what, nothing's working. I don't know, I just gonna stop. And so in branding, when we infuse our brand with our personal journey, with our values and our experiences, it becomes something relatable. And our authenticity will attract the right people, those who resonate with our message and want to work with us for who we are and for not just what we offer. Okay? So those are two tips, if you will. So number one, because I got my notes down here, y'all, is to show up consistently, and two is to own your story. Okay. The next piece of advice I would share with you is again, stay resilient. Okay, stay resilient. Life and branding, okay, we're talking about how they correlate. They're going to have their ups and their downs. We're going to face setbacks. We're going to have moments of self doubt, and we're going to have obstacles that test our commitment. But our resiliency is what separates those who keep going from those who give up. So, as we are working, whatever we're doing, okay, know that resiliency is about getting back up and learning from the setbacks and pushing forward, even when we don't want to. But when we get back up, we're doing it with more determination than ever. The more resilient we are, the more we're able to navigate the challenges that come our way. Again, for me, I am leveraging my unique military career experiences and the many times that I had to be resilient in the moment, and how I can apply that now as I am growing the business. Okay. So we all have had challenges in many ways. So when things get tough, remember that setbacks are temporary. All right. Keep your focus on the bigger picture and continuing to take the steps forward. Your ability to rise after every fall defines your strength. Okay. And so in branding, our brand might not take off instantly. People may not understand it. They may not know. They may like do a lot of side eyeing. They may think that you're a little bit obnoxious. They're like, what, who is this? And what are you trying to prove? Okay. And there will be moments when you question whether or not you're going in the right direction. But I know, just based on some of the things that I've been through, that if you stay resilient by adjusting and learning from your mistakes and staying committed to your long term vision, your persistence will pay off. It will pay off. All right. So, and then the last thing that I want to say is to keep learning. There's always new things to learn. The most successful people that I know, that I follow, that I listen to, they're constantly seeking new knowledge and they're constantly seeking new skills. There's not ever a time where they stop saying, you know what, I know everything. So I'm just going to, go with what I know. Um, I attend workshops all the time, other people's workshops, webinars. I listen to podcasts. I go to the library and I check out books, because I always want to learn, more about. I'm a certified image consultant as well, y'all. And I love fashion. So I like to dress up. Now I'm helping other women to dress up and to, look their best and be confident when they're doing presentations or going to an event and so forth and so on. So I have included that as part of my services. So I went and I checked out a couple of books at the library. And then I, ordered a couple of books about fashion, what women wear and, what looks best for different body types, because I'm all about just the body that you have. All right. Because we have beautiful bodies and you should not like sit there and think, oh, I need to adjust this. I need to take care of that. I can't wear this. I can't wear, all these things that we say to ourselves. Hey, Tish, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for showing up here live. I hope that you're doing well this morning, Queen. So, I'm looking at a lot of different ways to learn more. And so when we do that, whether it's through formal education, okay, mentorship or self-reflection, it's all about learning more about something, okay? In life, learning keeps us adaptable and it keeps us relevant because things are constantly changing. All right. Just look at how many things have changed since the pandemic. Folks are like, I don't know. There are some folks that have like stayed in that mindset, like we are still in the pandemic mode. And I understand because there's a lot of things that are happening or have happened to people since then. Um, but in the meantime, what can we learn? Okay, what can we do that can help us to stay competitive in this fast changing world that is happening right now? So in our branding, it's always about shifting. It's always about shifting. Okay, we got to stay curious. We got to embrace new tools and techniques, and we got to remain open to feedback. The more we learn, the more we can evolve our brand into something impactful. All right. So take a look at what you got going on. Is it working? Is it effective? I know I have had several shows previously about having an effective brand. Is it attracting the right opportunities? Does it need a makeover? Again, you can go back to the YouTube channel and you can check all those videos out if you need a little bit more encouragement. All right. So, but the takeaway is The journey to hitting our personal best isn't about making one huge step. It's about the accumulation of consistent, authentic, and resilient effort. Whether you're on your treadmill, okay, or on the spin bike or lifting weights like, I have been doing for a very long time, our personal brand, each small victory, it adds up, propelling us toward our next personal best. So we have to embrace our own story. We got to keep showing up, okay, even when we don't feel like it, and we never stop growing because our best is yet to come. Okay, so this has been the Rise and Slay Morning Show. Thank you, Tish, for being here live with me this morning and hanging out with me. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope that you all have a slay amazing week. All right, go out there, give it your best. All right, and keep on slaying until you can't slay no more. And if you come back for the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. And I will see you all this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Slay to Success Talk Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.